Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. So I'm really super excited. I've got a big box of drugstore / affordable makeup to play with. Raise your hand if you love affordable products. I need to put 2 hands up. We've got some new releases here. We've got some cult favorites that you guys have wanted me to test for a while. And also some products that I've kind of been hoarding, like waiting for the right moment to use them. So yeah, really excited to jump into this. We got heaps in here. So yeah, pretty much that's what we're going to be doing. And I'm hoping to do like, I saw a photo on Instagram the other day of a look, and it's funny because it was my own photo. How like weird does that sound? I did like a winged eyeliner look. Maybe it was last year. Maybe it was, I don't know, it was a little while ago, and it was like a smoked out winged eyeliner with like a bold lip, and I kind of want to like recreate that with a little bit of a twist today. So that's what we're going to be doing. So as always, if you are new here, please make sure to hit subscribe and also ring that notification bell, and let's jump straight into the video. Now, first up, this primer that I'm going to be using, you guys have been at me for so long to test this out. This is the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer. Apparently this is like the most amazing dupe for the Tatcha one, and it's been sold out for like what feels like the last 10 years, and I finally got my hands on it, so we're going to test it out today. Okay, it does feel similar to the Tatcha one. I'm going to start... Oh! That's actually quite smooth on the skin. Huh. I'm just going to softly apply it. As always, you guys know, don't rub your primers into your skin. You're probably so sick of me hearing it, but I still see people do it. I clock you guys, I know! It just basically exfoliates your skin. It leaves a roughness on the surface. You don't want your foundation to be more textured, do you? No, we want things smooth. So it feels quite lightweight on the skin. It feels, I don't know, it doesn't feel like greasy or anything. I don't know, is it minimizing my pores? It's sort of hard to tell until you've got foundation on, really. But yeah, you guys have been like, Nikkia, test this primer, you have to try it. A lot of you are asking also for like a side-by-side wear test with the Tatcha one. The Tatcha one is one of my faves. Like I adore that primer. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you still want to see a side-by-side wear test. Let me know. All right, moving on to foundation. I've got this one by Rimmel. This is the Lasting Finish. They've relaunched this foundation several times, and this one is the 25-hour lasting finish version. So basically this is, obviously a long-wearing foundation, but you're meant to be able to wear it for up to 25 hours. But yeah, this sounds like it's an amazing formula. 25 hours, sweat resistant, heat resistant. What else did it say? Like there was a bunch of claims on there. It does have a bit of a scent to it. It's kind of got like maybe, I don't know, like a sunscreen sort of a scent. But the coverage is nice. Get my hair out of the way before I cover it in foundation. I always do that. Like I film a video and then I'm editing the footage, and then like I've got like this big smear of foundation in my hair, and I'm like, Nikkia. All right, so it's blending in really seamlessly. I feel like I'm not having, particular difficulties blending it in. Whether or not it actually lasts 25 hours, I don't know, because it's got such like a dewy-ish kind of finish. Maybe on like a drier skin type it might. I'm going to be wearing my makeup all day, so I'll be able to update, but yeah, not sure about that one. Not sure. All right, so we're going to move on to brows, and I'm super excited because I've actually teamed up with Maybelline for today's video to run you through their full brow wardrobe. You guys know, like, Maybelline for me, you guys see how much I use them on my channel, and you know how much I love their brow products. So yeah, this is like super, super exciting for me. So I've got all 4 products here, and I'm just going to quickly be showing you guys how I use them and what each of these is best for. And the other cool thing is Maybelline has this awesome chat bot too. So if you're not sure, which brow product suits you, or you're, having trouble matching your shade, or you're not sure what kind of brow look you want to go for, then you can message the bot through the messenger, and, basically it'll be able to recommend the perfect brow look for you and the product that will work to achieve that look. Super cool. It's super cool. So I'm going to start with we'll start with the pencil. So the first product is the Brow Ultra Slim. This is a little pencil with a tiny, tiny, tiny little tip on it. Really fantastic for everyday wear. And then on the other end, it's got like a little spoolie. So if you want to brush through, like draw some hair strokes and then brush the pencil through the brows, you can do that as well. The pencil on this one is 1.5 millimeters. Like it's teeny, teeny, tiny. It's also super, super creamy, super long lasting. And I've got quite sparse brows on the, just on the middle section here. And I can actually draw in individual hair strokes to make them look really, really natural. And kind of like I've just got a lot more hair there. So yeah, pencils like these are really great for everyday wear, you know, just like a natural brow that's perfect for all day. All right, so next up we've got the Brow Satin. Now this is like a dual product, and this has got a pencil and a powder. So if you're wanting, you know, to be able to, you know, draw individual strokes, but then also fill the brow for a more sculpted, more kind of defined look, this is a really good one to choose. So say for example, a date night or a dinner event kind of a thing, this will be perfect for that. Or if you're just somebody who wants a little bit more definition in your brows, this one's great. So at one end, you've got a little brow pencil, so you can use that, you know, in the same way that you would use a standard brow pencil. But then at the other end, you've got this really cool little well of powder. And it's like a little sponge applicator. And so basically you can use the pencil to define the brows and sculpt the brows. And then you can fill in the gaps with the powder for a really soft finish that's just super, super flattering and honestly quick and easy. You guys have seen me use this product in a bunch of videos now. You know how much I love it. You've watched me do my brows with it. I find it really easy to use, and I've got like quite a small face. I've got small brows. Normally for me, I have to be, I mean, especially with brow brushes, selecting brow brushes, I have to be quite careful because I can't get away with anything that's like kind of large and invasive because I just don't have, you know, big enough brows to kind of support that. The tip on the powder applicator of this is gorgeous. It's really easy to use. The pencil's nice. It's creamy. It's long lasting. I find that it gives my brows a really, really nice, soft, natural finish. Yeah, it's an awesome product. And like I said, you guys have seen me like, you know, I already love this. You know. All right, next up we have the Tattoo Brow Gel Tint. This is a super, super, super cool product. So this is a tint that you actually apply to your brows with the little brush at the end. See that little brush at the end right there? And then you peel the product off your brows and it leaves a tint on your brows for 3 days. So this is awesome for if you want like a longer lasting brow finish. I mean, 3 days. Hello. You can have filled in brows for 3 days. There's nothing better than that. It looks really nice and natural on the skin. Like it's not like, oh, what's that girl done to her brows? Like it genuinely looks really, really nice on the skin. So basically you apply it, you brush it on with a little brush, just sort of sticking where your hairs naturally grow, brush it on, let it dry, peel it off, and you've got a brow tint and like a tint on the skin that lasts up to 3 days. It's just so quick and easy to use, and it's awesome to be able to have an option that lasts a little bit longer. Yeah, so great for nighttime or great for times when, you know, say for example, you're going on holidays and you don't want to have to pack like a stack of brow products and you want your brows to be filled in all the time. Really, really good time to do it. And then finally we have Tattoo Brow. This is probably my favorite, to be fair, and it's also the one that I'm going to be using today to complete the look. So it is a brow pomade. It's like a gel cream kind of a formula, waterproof, really, really long lasting as well. This one lasts on the skin for up to 24 hours. And for someone like me who's got particularly oily skin, it's perfect because I really need my brows to not melt off during the day. Now, when you get it, it does come with like a little double-ended brush. So you've got a little angle brush here and a spoolie to comb it through the brows as well. I feel like a lot of the time people find brow pomades to be like a little bit like, oh, like it, you know, just kind of like a little bit intimidating, but this is really, really creamy. It applies beautifully. It blends beautifully. I don't find it to be patchy or anything or streaky when it is on. Really easy to get like a really good sculpted, defined brow kind of a look. You can get a really pointed tail and you can really fill in the brows. They look super sharp and clean, and brows really do frame the whole face. They are super, super important to any makeup look. So yeah, I love this. For an oily girl, we get along well. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and we're going to fill in my brows and then we're going to get moving on to the eyes. So I like to pick the product up on the end of the angle brush, and then what I actually do is scrape off a little of the excess. Now when filling in the brows, especially with a pomade, you don't want to start at the head of the brow. You want to start sort of through the body and even on the tail of the brow so that the majority of the product goes in those areas and you don't end up with like a really, really bold brow on the inner corner. I mean, we want our brows to look fierce, but we also want them to look quite natural. So then you gently fill in. Now, as far as shade range goes, I've got the shade dark brown here, and if you're looking for a bit of a guide, you know, on how to match your brow color to your hair color, sometimes it's good to go either a shade lighter or a shade deeper than your natural hair color, because if it's, you know, exactly 100% the same, things can end up kind of looking like a little bit too matchy. It's nice to add a little bit of definition by going like one shade sort of lighter or deeper. And then now that I've got very, very minimal product on my brush, I'm going to start filling in the head of the brow. So first I do the bottom and very, very soft strokes, and then I sort of push the brush upwards through the hairs to distribute that color. Another thing too that you can do with this one is because it's such a small angle brush, you can actually get a tiny bit of product right on the tip and then use upward motions to draw individual hairs. It just depends on how you like your brows, really. I mean, brows are such a personal thing. I feel like there's no real wrong or right way. It's what makes you feel comfortable and what you like. the best, really. I mean, it's the same with anything. You do you. All right, so both brows are on, and I've just quickly primed my lids. We're going to be moving on to the actual eyeshadow look, and I've got these awesome palettes from Rimmel. You guys have seen me use these before. They continue to bring out like new palette ranges and shades, and I just think they're so good. So we've got the crimson one here. Probably, to be fair, I'm going to be using that one. We've got electric violet. How cool is this one? Like a jewel one. I think these are really, really good quality. I've recommended them. I've used them in videos before. They're really affordable. They're just really good eyeshadow palettes, and they come in like really good shades. So, I'm not a fan of the brushes though, so ditch that. Now, to get this sort of eye look that I'm wanting to do, what I'm going to do is use pretty much no color on the lid, so probably this shade. Maybe I'll warm it up a tiny little bit, probably not. And then I'm going to be using dark browns, like matte browns down here to actually smoke out the winged eyeliner when we get to that point. It ends up like looking like really like lived in kind of a thing. It's the best way to describe it. I don't want this to be like super dramatic. It's really just to add like a bit of a wash, sort of a bit of a shadow to the eye to add just like a tiny little bit of dimension. So just like that. That's more than enough. That's a really, really nice colour. Like, honestly, these blend out so well. They're not like patchy. They're not chalky. Just really, really good quality shadows. All right, moving on to the eyeliner part now. I'm actually going to draw the wing on first, and then I'm going to go back in with the shadows to smudge it out. I've got this one by Essence. This is the Essence the Dip Eyeliner, and it is a waterproof. A lot of you guys have recommended this one. Liquid Dip Eyeliner for precise lines. Heaps of you have recommended this one so that you use it and love it. So I was like, yes. It does have a very, very, very fine point on it, actually. That looks really good. So with this, I'm pretty much just going to create like a wing. The tip's a little hard. I feel like the same as brows. Eyeliners are a very personal thing as well. I like quite flexible, pointy tips. Like, sort of for me, the more flexible, the better. But I do have very sensitive eyes, so it sort of makes sense. But this is very black. Pretty much using this, I've run it along the lash line first, and then we're going to start doing the wing now. I kind of like to bring it out a little bit further. I do have slightly hooded eyes. So if you actually bring the line on your lash line out a little bit further and then start the wing, usually you can get the wing to avoid, you know, being positioned in the crease and kind of looking folded over. To be fair, I don't find this the easiest eyeliner to do a wing with. All right, let's do the other eye. And don't worry if it's a little bit messy, because we're going to come back through and smudge it out and like really smoke it in with eyeshadow. So it doesn't matter if it's like a little bit messy. All right, so now that the eyeliner is on, I'm going to start taking these deep browns, and I also might even use the black out of this palette. It's like a black matte eyeshadow. You can do it with any brown. You can do it with any black, really. Just on like a small-ish kind of a brush that you feel comfortable using. Picking up the shadow, actually smudging it kind of over the eyeliner, sort of slightly overlapping the edge and making it look like really blurred out. So you want to do this like across the entire way and really just sort of make it look like, you know, you kind of applied your eyeliner and then slept in it, if that makes sense. And you can actually smudge it out further, you know, kind of past where the liner ends, and then clean up underneath with like a, you know, an angled brush with some micellar water or something. Can get a little fallout with this as well, so I wouldn't recommend doing this like after you've got your concealer on and things. I'd be doing it as the last step. So a little bit of black now just to finish it off. And then what I will do is I will clean up under here with some concealer. All right, so that eyeliner is nice and smudged out now. I'm going back into the crimson palette. I'm going to take that same pink that I used through the crease and smudge it through the lower lash line. I don't want the lash line to be too kind of dramatic. I just want it to be like kind of soft and smoky. So for mascara, I've got this one by Rimmel, and I've been really keen to try this for quite a while now. This is their Lash Accelerator Endless. And basically it's a mascara with lash growth serum infused into it. I love the concept. Like, I think it's like a really good concept, but whether or not having the serum within the mascara actually makes it smudge everywhere, I don't know. And I mean, at this point, you guys know the dramas that I've been through recently with getting this lash lift that completely fried my lashes. I feel like a mascara with lash serum in it's probably the best thing for me right now. I am booked in to get them fixed tomorrow, so that's really exciting. It's quite a nice brush. It's like a rubber bristle brush. I'm just going to apply these. Now, like I said, I am going to be wearing my makeup all day, So I'll be able to let you guys know if it does smudge everywhere. I'm sort of like, I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical because I feel like adding a serum, like a hydrating moisturizing complex into a mascara, I feel like surely that's just going to make it smudge everywhere. Like, how can it do anything else? I don't know if it's flaking or if it's like bits of the mascara flicking off. But look, it's all over my skin. That's weird. Yeah, as you apply it, I guess it's like a really thin, watery formula. It flicks onto your skin. I don't think I've ever had that happen with a mascara before. All right, I'm going to have to clean this up now. I'll finish my mascara off camera, I'll put lashes on, and then we'll come back and start working on the skin. All right, so I've got the lashes on, and this is what the eyes look like. See how like a smoky eyeliner? It looks lived in, but it still looks polished. I really, really like how it looks. So anyway, moving on to concealer. I've got a concealer here by Designer Brands. Designer Brands is an Australian brand. They've got some really, really amazing affordable products. So this is their Glow This Way Illuminating Concealer. This again is another product recommended to me by you guys. And you were like, Nikki, try it. Let us know what you think. Natural Finish Illuminating Concealer that melts into the skin for an all-day radiant coverage. It looks a little pale though. Damn. I might have to mix it with another concealer so that we get it to not... Oh my gosh, it feels so lightweight though. I am going to use it in conjunction with some deeper concealer because I need to go back and get a better shade. It's so funny because that happened to me with a concealer in a video that I only filmed a video like a few days ago. Exact same thing happened. So blending it in. Oh, not going to lie. I don't mind it mixed in with that Too Faced one. Oh, it's definitely brightened my under eye area. It looks smooth. It doesn't look... like it hasn't added texture or anything. And I'm sort of also just cleaning up underneath the wing. It really sets down though. Oh my gosh. Yeah, you don't really have much time to move the product. I feel like it looks really, really nice on the skin though. Just sort of popping some on my chin and my nose. All right, setting powder. I've got another Rimmel product. This is the Match Perfection Translucent Setting Powder. I'm not sure, but I have a weird feeling that maybe I used to use this back in high school. It is basically like a loose translucent powder. It says it will wear flawlessly for 8 hours. Maybe it was like discontinued and then they re-released it or something, but for some reason, because like it was new when I purchased it, like looking at the packaging, I'm like, have I seen, like you look familiar. Ooh. It's got that real, you know, that real sort of powder smell. It's kind of like, it's nearly like a grandma-y kind of a scent. I don't know. Picking it up on the sponge, I'm going to start pressing it in to the skin. Oh, that actually looks quite smoothing. Oh, I'm not a huge fan of the scent though. I'm just using it how I would normally use a powder, pressing it in. This is the Nikki Ajoy Cosmetics Pro Perfecting Sponge as well, if any of you are wondering. Okay, so it sets your makeup down, but not... I don't know if it's the foundation, but it still feels kind of sticky. I mean, it's definitely taking away the shine. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I like it much better than... I tested the Hourglass Veil Translucent Powder the other day, and I'm not a big fan of that one. I actually don't mind this one too much at all. All right, moving on to cheeks. I've got 2 products to use here. I've got one from CoverGirl, one from Essence. This is the Essence Hey Cheeks Blush, Bronzer and Highlighter Palette. So this one's got like a mixture of blushes, highlighters and bronzers, except the bronzers look really, really, really fair. So I have this CoverGirl one as a backup. I've been really enjoying Essence products lately, like really nice quality, like really good. So for this one, we've got a matte bronzer and a shimmery bronzer. So I'm only going to be using the matte today. And hopefully it's deeper than it looks. Oh, it totally is. Isn't that funny? It looks so pale in the pan, but it's nearly like it oxidizes a little bit on the skin. Oh wow, that's actually really nice. All right, so we're blending it on the other side now. Yeah, that's actually really nice. All right, so I'm going to take one of the blushes now. I'm thinking this one, probably. We'll see what the highlighter's like. Oh, the highlighter's quite pigmented. Huh. The only thing is the pans are quite small, like with... I mean, I've got half the orange blush and half that pink one now. Applying that on the cheeks. I mean, Essence is so affordable. This was probably like a few dollars. You really can't complain. Oh, that gives me like a real bronzy look. Oh, I like that actually, you guys. Yeah, this is a really nice little palette. Let's try the highlighter. Hopefully we've got like the trifecta and they're all good. But so far I like. So I'm going in with the highlighter now. Oh my gosh. That's actually really nice. It's really smooth on the skin. I don't feel like it's really emphasizing texture or anything. It's quite creamy. I looked at, like, I opened the palette and I was like, it looks kind of like maybe a little bit gimmicky, maybe like, you know, teen makeup, but it's actually really nice. And then finally for lips, I've got a couple of the Rimmel Stay Satin liquid lipsticks. I have used these before, but not these particular shades. And I wanted to do like an ombre lip situation with them. So I'm going to take the deepest one first. This is the shade Have a Cow. This is it's like a liquid lipstick, but it doesn't dry 100% matte. It still stays really nice and comfortable on the lips. Oh, that's a nice color. Oh, I like that. Pretty much going to apply this one all over. And then I'm going to use the other lighter pink shade through the center to create like a really cool ombre look. Doing this is actually another sneaky way to make your lips look a lot bigger than they are, if you wanted to know. All right, so we've got the border and I'm just sort of smudging the edges a bit. Really like the formula of these, really nice. And then we've got the shade Yappy, which is kind of like a pinky, and I'm going to put that through the center. Oh, I'm already so glad I made this decision. So running it through the center, laying the product down, and then we'll blend it in. So just using the brush to kind of soften the edges up and blend them in together. See how much bigger that makes my lips look? It's a lie, guys. It's all fake. Well, there you go, guys. This here is the finished look. Loving the smoked out winged eyeliner. Honestly, it's one of my favorite ways to wear a wing. Like it looks lived in but still polished, and I feel like it's great for hooded eyes and smaller eyes as well because it kind of like opens up the whole area. So love that. Love the ombre lip. Like I said earlier, I will be wearing these products all day, so I will be able to update you guys in the description bar or in like a pinned comment as to how they wore. Already I feel like the mascara is smudging. Really not sure how that one's gonna go. But yeah, I will update you guys down below. I hope that you really enjoyed the video. Love drugstore products. I'm all about saving money, so I always love being able to film like affordable drugstore makeup tutorials. So yes, I love you guys so much. Give the video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it, and I will catch you all in my next video.